Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. And we will have a crude oil inventory session at 10:30, so we'll set that aside. Yeah, potential long trade. Market doesn't open for just something under 4 minutes. Crude is in its second trade of the day in the short. Unleaded in its first trade of the day. A long from 113. Trade off of the 50 EMA. Pound Aussie's in a short, and it's basically right at the entry right now. The entry was 95.13. It was a get in sync. Setup was back at 2 minutes till 8. It went up, just barely missed the stop, came back down and triggered in about 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. And I did adjust the stop because we came so close to the plotted stop, and that was also a session high. I did adjust my stop up to 95.41. Unleaded approaching money management. 140. There's money management. See if we can push the targets here. Target 1 traders looking for 144. Target 2 traders 161. And we got to 142. Under 2 minutes to market open. Micro Russell long trade is still a valid setup. Has not triggered. YM just triggered a short, so that is a valid get in sync at the moment. Less than a minute to go. Long trade on the YM. So and that just triggered, so that takes the short off the table. $37 tick target and taking heat. And the market is open. 1 minute in. Now we have a short on the YM. That's going to be a stop and reverse. And it did reverse. $9.04. And we hit money management, so 903 will be our stop, and now 901. And 892, getting target 1. And stopping out at 892, we picked up a 24 tick target, actually a 22 tick target with the stop and reverse adjust. And we went from $9.28 to $9.04, so 24.48 tick loss. We pick up 22 and 892 from 904 is 12. So we pick up 36, so we're down 12. We need another trade. Target 2 on unleaded, trailing at 128 now. That will be a power quitting trade. And we took our second loss on crude. That will end that session. And our first trade on Micro Russell is a break even. We definitely should have been in that. Second trade is the short that has gone to full targets 3 and 4. So that's a solid win. Just stopped out at 33.3. So a break even and a win. And we pick up another short on the YM. That's a no trade, way too fast to catch. Long trade. That's going to be a get in sync at the moment, and it did trigger, just triggered in. The dark blue short was just too fast to catch. That first bar was just 3 seconds beyond the setup. So no chance to get that one. Long trade on the Micro Russell that has hit money management. Would have been up 3 ticks. That's going to be 36 flat. Close to target 3. Unleaded goes through target 3. YM goes through another target 1. That should get us positive. Yeah, that's 34 ticks. That's definite. So that puts us at least 22 up and stopping out at 903, it looks like. Yeah, 903 from 886. 86, 87. 13.16 on the trailer. 22.38 tick positive and done on 1, 2, 3 trades. Micro Russell trailer going beyond target 4 now. Second win of the morning on our third trade. Things have been going so fast, I haven't had a chance to look at soybeans. Looks like our first trade of the day is long here. Definitely time to get into that. And that's a fairly sizable trade. Potential stop and reverse. I don't understand why that's set up there. This hybrid mode should have kept us out of that trade. Now, yeah. Okay, no, hybrid mode, yeah, that would have been valid under hybrid mode there, but it's didn't trigger and it is currently canceled because of hybrid mode. Stopping out right at target target 4 on this third trade on the micro Russell, and now we have a short on the micro Russell. It's got to come down to triggered in 5. Break even in 2 target 3 and 4 wins. Trailers going beyond target 4 in both cases. No, that didn't go beyond on the first one. Only about a target 1 trailer, but second trade got the trailer up to target 4 as well. Unleaded, trailing at 149. Our quitting trade going on there. YM is done. Crude taking 2 losses, so that's done. Pound Aussie still in the short and still hanging right around entry. Unleaded up here over the YM since it's done for a few minutes. I would assume unfortunately that looks like a full loss on trade number 1 and probably an avoidable trade on trade number 2. Possibly it would have been trade number 2, so that's looks to have been avoidable most likely. Just pokes up above the entry and then goes to the full stop. Full loss actually is, yeah, full loss on the micro Russell short. Second trade still a valid trade, and that you have to see. Yeah, that's got to come down to 34 even. It looks like we did get there. Yeah, So that's a break even. Break even, 2 wins, 1 loss. Second break even, 1 trade remaining in our 6 trade plan. Soybeans hits target 1. Stop comes up to trail at 990 and a half. $14 ticks at target, 993 flat. And pound Aussie still right around the entry. Unleaded stops out at 149. Target 1 traders get 31 on target. Target 2 get 48. And both get 113 to 149. 36. Target 1 traders net 67 ticks. Target 2 traders net 84 ticks. And a one and done session. So we'll put that back where it belongs. Come back to micro NQ. Soybeans trailer to 991 flat. And a short trade that's triggered in on micro Russell. Final trade of the session. Let's come down to 32.5. Soybeans in its power quitting trade. 3.5 points on target 1. 3 positions at 991 flat now. 6 ticks. So that's another 4.5 points given 3 positions so far. No change in the stop. And we take a break even. That's going to be a intra-bar break even on the micro Russells. So 2 wins, strong wins, 1 loss, 3 break evens for the session today. YM was 3 and done to get positive. Short trade on the micro NQ. That spiked down to the entry and just came down again. That would have, I was about to say, adjust it down a tick. But it just came through and triggered it, would have triggered the adjusted entry as well. So all that from there. 1 loss, 1 trade avoided. Short on the pound Aussie, short on the micro NQ. And a successful long after our session on micro Russell. And that is a second loss on the micro NQ. Triggers in and goes for a full loss. Micro NQ in a bit of noise here. Near the session lows. We got about another 30 minutes, and then we'll have to shut down for the crude oil inventory report today. If we can break below those little zebra stripe consolidation bars, I would say that's got a good chance of making a winning trade of the pound Aussie. Long trade on the micro NQ just triggered. Soybeans trying to push through 994. 995 is the next target level. So micro Russell, crude, and YM are done. Pound Aussie, micro NQ, and soybeans along the bottom are our active charts. And unleaded is also done. 3 out of 4 of those have ended positive. Crude taking a couple of losses. A down session. Soybeans just 3 ticks away from target 2. Stop has moved up to 91.5. And that is 8 ticks on the trailer. Full 6 points so far. And there's a significant move up on the trailer. 92.25. So that adds 2.25 points to 8.25 points. Three-quarters of a point times the 3 positions. So we have 11.75 point gain if we stop out here. $587.50 at the moment. And we took loss number 3 on the micro NQ. So that ends the session. We will do not take this short trade. So that ends the micro NQ session. We're done with micro Russells. So pound Aussie and soybeans. Two fairly slow markets. Soybeans already in a power quitting trade. Soybeans working just above the session open, 92.5. We're 1 point above that at the moment. Taking another run up to 94 flat. There's 94.25 again. 3 ticks from target. And this will be a 22 tick target. It's 5.5 points. It'll take us to 9 points on the targets. And leave us with two ticks away now. Looks like it got within 1 tick. 94.75. Does that again, I would definitely be looking at trading for profit there. Don't fight too much over that last tick. And there's target. Full target at 95 flat. So 9 points on our 2 targets. And we have 92.25 from 89.5. 2 3/4 points. Times 2 now. So that's going to be 5.5. We're at 14.5 points net. And our next goal is target 3, 997. And it looks like we're going to come to 992.75 on the stop. So that's going to be 3.25 points. I think we get 6.5 on the trailer. When we get there. $15.5. That would be $775 on that trade. Pound Aussie starting to make bottom lower left chart, starting to make a little progress toward its money management. It's going to have to work through the 50 EMA that's been slowly moving up. And it looks like we actually came up to, we came up to 92.75. 13 ticks. 26 for the two remaining positions. Target 3 and trail. Target 3 worth 30 ticks. And stopping out at 92.75. So that gives us 6.5 points, along with our 9 is 15.5. That's a $775 trade. So all we're left with now is the Pound Aussie. I'll stick around for about 15 minutes and keep an eye on that. Well, maybe. See if it makes target 1 here. This is the first trade of the morning, so if we can get target 1, it's going to be a power quitting trade. U.S. existing home sales just coming out, and it's an orange label report. Not going to do a 10 a.m. crude mini session because of the crude inventory report coming up in 30 minutes. All right, we get a close well down below those consolidation bars. So that's a good sign for this trade. I was wanting to see it clear this level. And that gives you your 1, 2, 3 top. Although we got the trade off of the first one. The setup was before our normal start time. Get in sync was after the 1, 2, 3. So That was a good place to come in. Not sure it wants to push through the 50 yet. Back up into that consolidation area. Let's see if it can push down a little lower. Well, I am bouncing off session lows around 940, shortly before 945, and almost back to the session open at 42,980. So up more than 100 points, almost 100, almost 100, about 140 points in the last 20 minutes. And yeah, pound Aussie back to its entry level. So just a minor move there. Aussie comes up and tests the 20 SMA, simple moving average. So now we have a fight on the pound Aussie in between the 20 SMA and the 50 EMA. SMA is starting to trend downward. Now kind of going flat. Price came back up. Price looking like it wants to go back down. So not much commitment from the sellers. Here it goes a little bit. Oh, I know what I didn't look at. Soybeans is actually split just, well, 39.6 to 34.2. Still just slightly higher volume on November contract. But in the next day or two, that's going to roll over to the January contract. And we go up and test the 20 SMA again. Simple moving average on the pound Aussie. Everything else is done until the crude inventory session. We got about another 7.5, 8 minutes before I need to shut this session down and prep for that one. Crude making an up move in the last 45 minutes. I think it may be going into pause mode to wait for the report. Not much going on at the moment. Possible stop and reverse now on pound Aussie. Stop it. Plotted entry at 95.21, so that would be the stop and reverse at 95.23. Looks like it's rejecting fairly hard off of that one right now. Let's see if we can go through the 50. Going down. Can sellers take over? Welcome. Taking the last couple of minutes of our regular session this morning. The only thing we're watching right now is the pound Aussie. It's trying to push down in a short. Triggered in about an hour ago and then just went sideways. Just under half an hour ago. Sideways for half an hour and then tried to push down. Making another attempt to push through the 50 EMA. All right, down to 50 this time. 50 EMA at 9502.1. 95021. Not able to push through this time. And it looks like I'm going to have to call it a morning before we get a resolution on that. So I'm going to have to shut it down and get ready for the crude oil inventory report. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So we will see you again shortly. Crude oil inventory report.